Well, in case you weren't sure, it don't mean a thing unless it's got that swing. That was our first tune of the day. Oh, yes, and this is Accordion Cool, and I'm, oh, yeah, Coach Dave, because my name's up there, so I guess well, never mind. Don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. 1931, Duke Ellington wrote this song. And if you're a frequent watcher or listener to the show, you know that the Duke Band, Duke Ellington Big Band, is probably my most favorite of all the big bands, because I think mainly because of the songs that he and a fellow named Billy Southworth collaborated on, and all the great songs, you know, Satin Doll and they don't get around much anymore. So many of those great tunes that came out of the Duke Ellington Band. 50 years! 50 years Duke Ellington toured with that band, and the word on the street is, unless you screwed up real bad or you wanted out, once you will remember the Duke's Band, you will remember Duke's Band for life. So back in another era. And also that song is in the Grammy Hall of Fame of great jazz tunes. Don't mean a thing if I ain't got that swing. So, well, our second tune, a few years earlier, 1926, written by, again, one of my favorite songwriting teams because of the great songs they wrote. Anything Goes and Lady's a Tramp, and a whole bunch of other things, Rodgers and Hart. And they wrote this song for a musical. I would think that probably because I had never heard of the musical and didn't say much about it, that the musical did not make it, but the song did. It's a nice tune. You don't hear it too much today. Nice jazz tune called Mountain Greenery. So here we go. Mountain Greenery. I first heard that tune by on one of the albums of a gentleman I think I've mentioned before, Mr. Art Van Dam, who was the instigator of this whole jazz accordion thing, and it's on one of his albums. I always liked the tune. Like I say, you don't hear it that much, but it's just, you know, nice tune, fun to play. So anyway, moving right along, this next song, well, I guess it's a country tune. It's kind of a country tune, but, you know, we're going to put, you know, some jazz chord changes into it, so make it kind of a country jazz. I don't know what to call it, but it was written in 1955, and back then there was a very popular country singer named Eddie Arnold, and he needed a song. And on the staff was a young lady, and he said to her, "Look, I need a song. I need it for a show that's coming up. I want you to write it." And so she sat down, and she came up with this tune. And I think this is one of the prettiest country tunes. And of course, with all country tunes, it's sad, so get your Kleenex out. But a little tune called, oh, and Ray Charles. Remember Ray Charles? He did a whole country album at one time. And I think he actually had the big hit on this song. Little tune called You Don't Know Me. Let's see what it sounds like. You Don't Know Me. I think the lady's name was Cindy Walt, something like that. Eddie Arnold says, write the song. And that's a great, in fact, you can see that on YouTube quite a bit now with some of the, the real singers, shall we say, doing it, not really country, but kind of like we just did it. Getting some nice chord changes in there that Eddie Arnold was probably spinning in his grave to hear. But anyway, our next tune, 1960, there was a movie. Well, probably a lot of movies. Oh, how many times I played this song back in the wedding days. But it's a fun little tune to play. The movie was called Never on Sunday. I'm going to say, I wonder what the song... Oh, yeah, the song was also called Never on Sunday. So let's see what it sounds like. Never on Sunday. Now, when you play that at a wedding, it's a lot slower, but I kind of like it I did, because it's almost like a cha-cha beat the way I did it, almost, maybe, possibly a little bit, kind of. Anyway, moving right along, 1927. Now, this song, not really sure how to categorize it. It's kind of like a folk/gospel type tune, and I'm not sure who wrote it or why they wrote it. I don't think it came from any kind of a show or anything. It's called "Look Down That Lonesome Road," and I remember in one of the old Andy Griffith TV shows, Rafe Hollister, I don't know why I always remember that name, was one of the farmers, and he sang this song. So it's called "Look Down That Lonesome Road," kind of a little gospel folks type thing. And if you listen in the middle, I might change it up a little bit with something you also might have heard. So here we go. Down that lonesome road, like what was the great baseball pitcher? I can't remember his name. Always used to say, "Don't look behind you, because somebody might be catching up." So, anyway, well, we're getting down towards the end of our time. Now, this song, 1925, written by a fellow named Ben Burney. Who? Ben Burney. Who was Ben Burney? Ben Burney was one of the original big bands. Big band, big Ben Burney big band. A whole lot of B's there. And he wrote this song because he ran into a fellow in New York, a Dr. Brown. And Dr. Brown was actually part of the Georgia legislature. And so he was, or his wife was about to have a baby. And the legislature made a ruling that he had to name the baby after the state of Georgia. And of course, the baby was a girl, and she became Georgia Brown. So Ben Burney heard that story, and he wrote a song about sweet Georgia Brown. Now, if you listen to this, it will determine whether or not you're a music fan or a sports fan. And for those who are the sports fans, you'll know what I'm talking about. Here goes, sweet Georgia Brown. Sweet Georgia Brown. In fact, the words, the last few words that Georgia made her, Georgia named her. Sweet Georgia Brown. So I guess that does give credence to the truthfulness of the actual story. And of course, as you notice, every week when I give you all this wonderful information about the songs we play, you know, every song does have a story. Some a little more interesting than others, but there's a story to every song. And every song that was ever written, something, somewhere, somehow inspired somebody to write that song for some particular reason. So, well, we're just about out of time here. And as usual, thank Mr. Austin behind the glass in there, who, if anything sounds good, it's up to him, not me. I just sit here and, you know, throw stuff against the wall and hope some sticks. And there's still some stuck from last week over there. And, you know, well, anyway. So this is Coach Dave saying thank you for watching and listening. And you know what I'm going to say? Bring those young'uns in. Let them hear these great tunes like Sweet Georgia Brown, because they don't hear those tunes nowadays. And even tune like You Don't Know Me. I mean, it's a great, great, great traditional country tune. The stuff they're trotting out now and calling it country. Well, don't get me started because I don't have time. So let's take it home a little more for that Sweet Georgia Brown.